My dad was a true American. He fought for his country. My dad drove a Ford. My dad loved the Eagles. And my dad lived long enough to see a black president. This is in honor of my father.
Take up. Bring it home. Order, arms. Parade, press.
We are assembled here with our friends to say farewell to our loved one, Ernest Losey.
This is in honor of Ernest Losey as the last toast. Our Poppy was a Philadelphia fan, and we hope that the Eagles win the Super Bowl this year with their new quarterback.
All his life with the grandchildren, my dad blew a whistle with his mouth. He could blow a train whistle because trains were right outside my door where I grew up. And they would send me to play down to the railroad track. It sounded very dangerous. They go like miles an hour. And so each of the children that were part of learning about pop-up and learning about how his thing was about the train whistle he could do with his mouth, it's time to blow the whistle. Bye, Dad.
He will be with the love of his life, marry his wife, our mother, grandmother, great-grandmother forever. We see them now with the eye of memory, their faults forgiven, their virtues grown larger. So does goodness live and weakness fade from sight. We remember them with gratitude and bless their names. With happiness we shared when they walked among us, their memory is a blessing forever.
My mom asked me today to say something about my grandfather, and I got thinking, in a lifetime, it's not all the money you make in your lifetime, it's the memories you make in your lifetime, the impact that you put on the people around you that are in your life. My grandfather was, like you heard my mother, he got put to a foster home, never got showed love. I don't really think he understood what love was. He didn't know how to express love. Not like the new generation, you have to be there for every step. And then he married my grandmother when he was 16. She was 14. Went off to the war. Didn't see my mom for 2 years. Again, in tragedy, never understanding love. But somehow he ended up becoming and understanding what love is. He loved my grandmother more than anybody could ever love another individual. And I truly can say that. They were, you've seen one, you've seen the other. I lost a couple friends this past year, couple of years. And they were extraordinary. I mean, just unbelievable individuals. Everybody would surround themselves around these two people. And I got thinking to myself, was my grandfather extraordinary? And I really don't think he was. I think he was common. He was like everybody else. He wasn't extraordinary. And then when he went into the nursing home, he became extraordinary. His whole life he struggled to know the next door neighbor, to care about the next person. But when he went in that nursing home, everybody in that nursing home knew him. They knew him as Ernie. Everybody enjoyed going to see Ernie. Everybody moaning and groaning, and Ernie never moaned and groaned. He was there. Everybody knew him. He knew everybody in that nursing home, no matter what happened to him. And I think that was his legacy. I think that was his gift to all the people there. I truly do believe that. And he did go very peacefully. He actually fell asleep. We were there. I missed the last breath of my mom's there. I missed it. But he had a good life. I really, truly do believe that. I used to hunt next to my grandfather, and I was always one in charge of pulling his deer back, no matter what. And he always got the deer before I got the deer. It always happened. I'd hear him shooting, and I could start looking because I know I could get my deer. Of course, one time I thought I beat him, and then when I drug it all the way over him, there was no snow that year. He was at the bottom of the hill going like this, and then I had to drag his deer and my deer at the same time. Meanwhile, listen to his story, how he shot this deer 50 times. I couldn't drag him fast enough. But we got him home. I challenge everybody, and I told you that golfing ball because I think people forget people. So in his behalf, I will shoot the first round on the first opening day for him and let him know that I'm remembering him. I think when you die, you die. And people mistaken death by being great because you died. You're great before you die. You're extraordinary before you die, and then you die as extraordinary, a great person. And I think people mix that up. I challenge everybody here today to take the time for the extraordinary people in your life, to let them know they're extraordinary, and that they're close to you and you need them. And like my mom, my grandfather never realized how much my mom really loved her father because he really never knew. He, like she said, he was cold. He didn't understand love. He didn't understand it. And then after he went in the nursing home, he understood the love that his daughter had, just like he had the love for his wife. So I challenge everybody to let the people know in your life how special they are and how important they are before they're here, and letting them know.
On behalf of the United States and the President of the United States and a very grateful nation, please accept this flag that our brother Ernest so gladly and proudly served.
Ernest Losey Sr. died at age 90. Although Ernie's father was a coal miner, he was also a stunt actor in silent movies. His mother gave him his father's surname. It was clean the day it was given and a worthy name to bear. Ernie wore it well. He served in active duty in World War II. There's not one black mark on his namesake that needs to be erased. After all is said and done, at the end of his life, to him his name was what was most important. Ernie kept his name spotless and gave it to his daughter and to his son. A celebration in honor of his life and death wouldn't be possible without a strong family bond which he himself built. Ernie was well known for his ability to make the sound of a train. Many years ago, he spoke of the train that would one day cease. It is at that point that Ernie went in search of a train whistle to be blown in his honor for when he could no longer perform it. Join the Spolar family as they stand together in his surname, Losey, and hear the train whistle blow.
This is so that Grandpop's whistle never dies. This is for my two brothers, Jeff and Paul, and my niece. And this one's for me.
Now I want our family together last time around the table. Say our last goodbyes to my grandfather.
This song is for my grandmother, a dedication to her father. It is music that is playing in my heart.
To the topic, never will I stop it. Something like a rocket, when I come to rock it, then I'll hip hop it. My soul's atomic, so it's a catastrophe every time I drop it. So you better watch it, staying up a lid, don't slick, get a grip. Yo, why would you trip? Then I'ma do my thing, and I cannot hold me down. I remember that day when it came to me, how much it meant to me. Destiny was in the chest of me, the best to see I could be, with no other recipe. Testing me, adjusting me, why not say it next to me? You're skilled and prepared for what's resting in the nest of me. That though you ought to be, I'm trying to clear the water. See, Spolar gave a prize that you never thought I'd see. When all those who thought of me to fail. Now I laugh at the trash if it lasts so well. For you America, I'm taking out the garbage, knowing that you're starving. So will the artists. Seems like a rock in the nick of time. On the truth in the booth when I'm spitting my ripping rock. This is that movement, our generation, new sensation. Yo, Spolar, I am the general, rocking with the sun. Yeah, it's /POC, set to get it done. Yeah. All I see is people hating, 'cause we're taking what's here for the taking. It's greatness, I take this moment I got, take it to the top. Polarized legally, Lord, it won't stop. Moment I got, take it to the top. Good test /POC so high. All I see is people hating, 'cause we're taking what's here for the taking. It's greatness, I take this moment I got, take it to the top. Polarized legally, Lord, it won't stop. Moment I got, take it to the top. Good test /POC so high. Yeah. This your last dance on the rhyme, time to make up your mind. Yo, do you wanna shine? Wanna make all your money earned on the last time? Or you wanna keep hearing everything where you can't define? To being so fine, yeah, I'ma get mine, 'cause I'm giving all I got, what's concealed in the spine. You try to take mine, then it's in it in a soul. I'ma string your ass out like you're banging fast soul. When your mama cried 'cause you died's not my fault, 'cause you made the choice of the road which you walk. Told you not to start with this fire rain king. Yeah, the upstate king is back in Lord of the Rings. Song that I sing, point I must address. America's in distress, these artists from the jet. So I'ma do my best, so all this shit get paid. Yo, Spolar the dance, stay the out my way. This is for you America, taking out the garbage, knowing that you're starving. So will the artists, seems I've arrived in the nick of time. More truth in the booth when I'm spitting my ripping rhyme. This is that movement of our generation, new sensation. Yo, Spolar, I am the general, rocking with the sun. Yeah, it's /POC, set to get it done.
My dad lived long enough for the world to get downloaded, coded, legally loaded.